Is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Rivers on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there.
On my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never look it. Yeah, B-Rex better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around. Yeah, whole squad. Yeah, squad goes on the. Yeah, make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah, you can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, Dubai tag on, I got it in the bag now, getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like
chillax, chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Come on now.
Scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Do something.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards there and a first.
And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Zach Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. On 1st down, Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Breeze to throw again. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play. Newton on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
21.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. He's going to get it running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone. They got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Newton takes it himself. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Thomas Davis in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Breeze now to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Newton to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
20.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. because the offense guys are always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Under.
Breeze to throw on second down. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. That's complete to Meredith. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Again, it's Breeze. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Escaping the pressure, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 7. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. they're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Scott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments, and right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, it's Breeze. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Jake Ryan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's got room. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Handoff comes to Anderson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is incomplete here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able.
On with them.
And this time. He felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the carry, this is Scott. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out.
Yo, Max, what's up?
I can kind of hear you, Max, man. Sometimes you come in, sometimes you come out. I'm not sure why you – like, I heard your pick 6 call on Omar, but I can't hear anything else.
I can hear Sadler just fine.
I was going to say that's because I haven't really been saying anything after that.
Oh, Max, you're fine. No, you're loud and clear. Guys, I'm just getting in the door here. I'm going to be on in a little bit. I got the grandma here. Hold up. But, yeah, I got both games picture-in-picture for a minute. And if Carolina gets a little out of control, I'll put Seattle on the big screen.
Well, Marty, I was going to get on because I thought the Carolina and Saints game was going to become a doozy.
Yeah, well, listen, if New Orleans can get a couple points here, you never know. Omar's known for, and Omar has his tackle cone on like a fucking clown. Got to turn that off. All right, hold up, I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, I guess you're right, Marty.
And get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sads when you play your game.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
That's a fumble. It looks like it's going to be a... Wow. It's another fumble. Omar's going to put this game away.
The one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
That's just another retarded play call by the Saints. Omar's been blitzing him all game, and he's just been running play action nonstop. Just horrible play call. No adjusting to Omar's defense at all. Just running the same shit. Not going anywhere. Turning over the ball. And Omar's just making him pay for it every time. Look at that, 119 yards total offense. New Orleans, 7 rushing yards. No offense.
Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control
Get a couple yards here, Omar. You want to play at least for the field goal.
The Panthers on third
Don't
down.
force anything.
They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point.
Gotta
This is
score
3rd and
points
10.
when you get turnovers. Gotta make them count.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of
Good
2
play
there.
call
It's gonna
if
bring
he
out
stays
a
with it.
4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So
Omar's going to make this a 2-possession game. 1:22 left in the third. Carolina up 17-3. Just looks fantastic on defense right now. Saints can't do anything.
Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Breeze now on first down. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really
Wow,
good
what a
pickup
dot.
of 28 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're
What
trapped
another
as
strike
we
by
begin the
Friz.
4th quarter of play.
Get inside the 10-yard line. Going into the 4th quarter.
First and goal, and they gotta be thinking a
1st and
chance
goal
to
at
get
the
right
8.
back into this football game.
Gotta punch this in for a touchdown. This is 4-down territory right here, too.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
He'll get it up the middle. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Breeze now on third and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith.
Wow, what a touchdown by Frizz.
And the Saints are back within a score. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Come on now.
From the gun, here's Newton. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Now Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
If Carolina can get 3 out of this drive, that'll pretty much seal this game.
On second down, here's Newton. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Oh!
Because this
Sack fumble.
Gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute
It's a big defensive play. Didn't pick it up, but lost a ton of yards on that.
In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Frizz can use an INT right here.
Out of the gun, Newton. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Gotta pick that.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind
Good
of tight game.
Wow, here we go. Omar's got to punt the ball back to the Saints. Fourth quarter, 3:33 left. Saints getting the ball down by 7.
There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Scott. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area.
Hasn't been able to run the ball all game.
Formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up.
And it's going to be an interception by the Saints, and that's going to do it. Say goodbye. Frizz starts off 6-1, 7-0. Doesn't win a game the rest of the second half of the season. It was all fluke. Just a bunch of fluke shit.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
What are you doing, Omar? Take it to the 2-minute warning. Why are you running another play?
The crowd here in the dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Alright, this game is over. Omar's gonna seal in.
So a nice job to break the 1
He's gonna seal it.
Daylight after that as he's brought down.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fuck the Saints game. Let's go to Jake's game.
About 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
It's been a sloppy game anyways.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Now Breeze. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit. I'm Brandon Gaudin, alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Sorry, guys. Just had my mic on mute. That was an interception by Jake. He's just showing again that he has the best defense. And once again, going to have another undefeated season. And Arizona just can't hang with Seattle Seahawks. Just too much firepower on offense, too much firepower on defense. Jake showing that he is the best in DevNat once again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with a football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the... And this will be caught at the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
In our pregame meeting,
look at that. You get rewarded for making user plays down the field.
From the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Alvin's about to get thumped. You see this, Marty?
On 1st down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On third down, Wilson. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Wilson on the keeper. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown.
And that's a touchdown for Seattle. Already in the first half, it's already a 21 skunk. Alvin's just getting destroyed left and right. Up and down, north, south, east, west, all over this fucking field.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. It's some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what we also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now the Seahawks going to take a timeout here on defense. As they'll head to the sideline and talk. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it.
Wow. There goes the fake punt.
Not the quarterback.
Alvin can't convert on it, giving Jake the ball. Already inside Arizona's 31. This game's getting out of control already. But you know what? Nobody thought Alvin stood a chance anyways. Everyone predicted Jake to win this game.
As he was knocked as he threw it and took the ball off course.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Tempo. Let's go, 14.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, we got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
And Jake with a dot inside the 5-yard line.
On this play, this flush to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with McKesson, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's across the chalk.
Here comes the quarterback sneak.
Seahawks. Russell Wilson.
Knew it.
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks
Wow.
find a way to stretch their
If everyone is watching this game, you were just seeing a fucking beatdown by the undefeated Seattle Seahawks.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
This is at Shane. I know you gave Jake an F in his draft grade for trading all of his picks to pick Seattle, but he traded all of his picks to pick Seattle to play division opponents like this.
On second down, here's Rosen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Rosen on first and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Josh Rosen. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're able to get this one down to 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So we have come up an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number three. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Wilson looking to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Shotgun. 14, right.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because of his zone? Is he picking up man-to-man?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former first-rounder Barkevius Mingo. And it'll be a second and long. Detroit! They're running here with Logan. And nothing doing here as this time to run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start the next drive, or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll go again with McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Shotgun.
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He lets it fly for Lockett and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He's trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19. It moves the chains.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there. It forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside at 15. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And now it's Rosen looking. That's going to be caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're going to go with the tight end here on the running play. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's down to the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go get another one. Come on. Got it. Four down. Hey. Watch twist.
A second down carry for Procise. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the back, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set. the fourth and final quarter. The first down carry for Davis. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's the give to Davis. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run with Davis. They find some open field here. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the off-season. This is why you have those OTAs and mini-camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now a handoff to Davis. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd down, Davis calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They pitch it to Davis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run, but he just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it worked its way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second 3. They run again with Logan. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Detroit! And they'll throw it with Rosen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now Zaire Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Over!
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them. 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Kick 47. This one looks good as well. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And coughs up the football near his own goal line. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are, but they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw is Rosen, escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Oh, yeah, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. He finds Julius Thomas. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Now, Barney! Black Knight in that Philly! Here we go!
Now Rosen on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. One final shot here for Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Seahawks, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Arizona, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at
Listen, yeah, obviously not. It takes a long time to set all that shit up. It's fucking noon right now. I needed to be doing this stuff starting at 8 a.m. Duh. Yeah.